Hello, I'm Paula Buttigieg, and today I am presenting this research snapshot on behalf of professionals and researchers in early childhood intervention, or PRECI. I'm here on Whadjuk Noongar country, and I acknowledge the traditional custodians here and throughout Australia and their connections to land, sea and community. We pay our respect to their elders past and present, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Today I will be discussing the article Coaching Approaches in Early Intervention and Paediatric Rehabilitation by Ziegler and Hadders-Algra. This was a review that was published in the Developmental Medicine and Child Neurology Journal. And PRECI chose this article because it focuses on using a coaching approach with families, which is a feature of best practice in early childhood intervention. Systematic reviews have indicated that parental involvement in early intervention is associated with better outcomes for both the infant and family. A strategy to foster family involvement is coaching. The authors identified that there is ambiguity in the way coaching is defined in the literature. This then hampers the implementation of this approach in early childhood. So this paper set out to review the barriers encountered and the possibilities available to promote successful implementation of coaching in early childhood interventions. Specifically, this paper aims to discuss the inconsistencies in definitions and terminology of coaching related to early intervention programs for young children with special needs. Secondly, it highlights the impact of these inconsistencies on the implementation of coaching. And finally, summarises the barriers encountered and discusses possibilities available to promote successful implementation of coaching in early childhood interventions. So, as mentioned, the authors reviewed current literature relating to coaching in early childhood intervention, specifically looking at how coaching is defined and the challenges faced in implementation. So the researchers found data that supported significant inconsistencies in how coaching is defined. Definitions ranged along a continuum from parent training to parent coaching. In the case of training, where healthcare professionals instruct and demonstrate predetermined intervention strategies, studies show some improvements in child development, but do not focus on outcomes for families such as quality of life, self-efficacy, empowerment, reduced stress. For those studies using a true coaching approach, where healthcare professionals use family-centred principles of equal partnership, supported decision-making, building on family strengths and knowledge, the results showed improved child and family outcomes. The Goal Activity Motor Enrichment, or GAME, and Small Steps programs are a blend of these two approaches and have been shown to improve child outcomes, but do not show any effect on maternal well-being. The authors maintain that the term coaching should be reserved for relationship-directed, family-centred intervention. The findings of this review also detail some of the challenges to implementation. They found that there is insufficient implementation of coaching practice in relationship-directed, family-centred intervention. This was due to the required behaviour change to shift from advice giver to facilitator, which can be challenging for health professionals, a lack of knowledge. Coaching strategies need to be explicitly learnt and practiced, and this also requires knowledge of adult learning principles. And lastly, difficulty with translation of knowledge into practice. This requires ample opportunities for active listening, flexible provision of information, and reflection. In the article, you will find this table which the authors developed detailing the attitudes and beliefs, the knowledge, and also the skills that are necessary for successful implementation of coaching in early childhood intervention. I won't go into this in detail now, but in the written snapshot summary of this article, you will find this table. The researchers also found information on how to ensure successful implementation of coaching into practice. These include health professionals having opportunities to reflect on their own attitudes and beliefs, having ample opportunity to practice new skills and unlearn previous strong habits, having guidance, supervision and support in their day-to-day practice, and having access to professional education that is substantial in time, for example, greater than 4 days. And this training needs to reflect the complexity of the knowledge and the skills. The methods of education that are most successful include lectures on theoretical knowledge, video clips, role play, and articulation of attitudes and beliefs, but must also include opportunity for supervised practice in the everyday work setting in order for effective knowledge translation to happen into practice. This study is relevant for researchers, practitioners and educators interested in the use of coaching. For researchers, the clarity of the term will lead to a more homogenous body of knowledge investigating this approach. The authors looked at 3 reviews on coaching and highlighted missing information, such as a clear definition of the term, theoretical underpinnings, analysis of the components and their link to success, as well as the lack of outcome measures. For practitioners working directly with families, this study increases the knowledge of coaching practice and the link to relationship-directed family-centred intervention. It alleviates some of the confusion surrounding coaching and points out what it is not. For educators, this review also provides clear information on attitudes and beliefs, knowledge and skills, and the best methods for educating professionals and ensuring knowledge translation. For more information relevant to this topic, you might like to read the following articles. As well as these, you can see the Early Childhood Coaching Handbook by Rush, Sheldon and Dunn, or you might like to follow up some other related topics including family-centred practice, relationship-directed early childhood intervention and adult learning. This slide provides details of both the authors. Correspondence can be directed to the lead author, Shirin Akbari Ziegler, at the Zurich University of Applied Sciences in the School of Health Professions, Institute of Physiotherapy. I hope you have found this snapshot information useful and that you're now inspired for further learning. You can find more research snapshots on our website. Thank you for listening.